Hey YouTube, John here. I wanted to talk about a fire starting method that's weatherproof and you probably haven't heard of it. It's using this stuff, fatwood. Let's go. Hey everyone, welcome back. I had a couple requests from the video that I posted with no audio, which was actually just for one of the meetups that I had scheduled. I was actually just trying to show the method that I highly recommend using to start a fire. I had a bunch of people ask if there was any kind of commentary or some audio that they could have in it, so I went ahead and made some. It's really easy to do. All you need is fatwood, fat lighter, which is actually from pine trees. What you'll normally find these in are dead pine trees in the stumps or the portion that, about 4 or 5 feet, if you see a large stump. Usually it's the tree sap that has accumulated near the bottom. You can find it by sound, by tapping a fixed blade knife up against the pieces of the wood. If you hear a kind of a ping, some people describe it as like a glassy or a metallic sound, doesn't sound like a normal piece of wood, then you've probably found fatwood or fat lighter. You can process it down from there. This is the method that I was taught by Joshua Barnes at the Woodsrunner School of Self-Reliance. They're in Clinton, South Carolina. Highly recommend taking some of their courses. Wonderful guy, wonderful instructors, wonderful location. So without any further ado, let's get into this fire. Okay, so we're processing the fatwood to go ahead and get a fire started. You'll see this is a no-name full-tang knife. It's not that great, but it will absolutely work. It has a gut hook, and the most important part is it has a 90-degree spine. That's important for starting the fire and processing the fatwood because you're going to use the corner of that spine to go ahead and create the first stage of the processing. And this is called fuzz. We're actually just using the corners of the fatwood and having a corner-to-corner contact just because having that one point of contact actually makes quite a bit of fuzz. So you'll see me rotate the fat lighter or fatwood, which is a term I use interchangeably. Throughout this video, you'll see me rotate it. The purpose of the fuzz is actually to catch the spark that you'll see from the ferro rod. And it's important to have a decent amount of this just because the larger amount of fuzz that you have, the larger the target that the sparks can actually get caught in. So now I'm moving that over and organizing. So that was the first step. The second step that we're actually going to do is make curls. So that is a curl. And this we will be adding to the fuzz once the flame has ignited, once the fire has started. And you'll see all I'm doing is just making little curly pieces out of the fatwood. It's the next size up out of the 4 that we're making to go ahead and get that. Like I said, I'm using the corners, the edges, just because it's usually easier to make said curls. It's important to take your time with this as well, especially in the beginning when you're learning these fine motor skills. Getting that muscle memory built in is fantastic. So, still making curls, and like I said, once the flame has been ignited in the fuzz, I will be adding oh, there you can see my hand. I'll be adding the curls to them. All right, and the next movement that you'll see is me actually batoning some of the fat lighter. What I'm doing is actually creating the third stage. They're called toothpicks. And you want something roughly toothpick size, maybe a little larger. And you're going to build a box around the fuzz. So once the fuzz has been put in the place that you want the fire to be started, you put the box of the toothpicks around. And they will actually be the third thing to ignite. you'll watch me fumble with this baton a couple times, bouncing around, but I'm looking to make those toothpicks. So they'll ignite right after the curls. Oh, there I go, flopping around. As you can see, my batoning needs a little bit of work. Oh, wow. So the stages that we're looking at right now will be the curls. Once the curls have been ignited, well, excuse me, the fuzz. The fuzz will be the first thing that we'll do. The curls will be the second. The box will ignite afterwards. And this is the fourth stage. This is the candle. So as you can see, that piece of wood that fat lighter is tapered slightly on one end, which is perfect. We're actually going to, well, it looks like I'm going to take some curls off of the end to make it a little sharper on that side. The candle is going to be the fourth stage, that once you have the spark and you have built the fire up with the curls, you're going to drive this candle down into the fuzz that is on fire. As you can see, I now have the fatter side, and I'm actually going to create curls into the candle, but leave them attached. These are going to catch the flame as it wicks upward once the curls and the toothpick have been ignited. So I'm going to go around, and like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just trying to get little curls on the ends of the candle. And then we're going to move on to the fire. So you'll see the 4 stages pretty quick. What you'll first notice is I'll have the fuzz with the toothpicks surrounding them. I'm going to take the ferrocerium rod, and I'm going to pull a couple times. Boom. The fuzz has been ignited. See, that's a pretty decent flame. Now you'll see me add the curls into it. Go ahead and feed it, and you'll see that the fire actually maintains and gets large fairly quick for the amount of material I'm putting in there, because fat wood and fat lighter is so special. You can see in my left hand I have the candle, and I'm now going to drive that down the middle. Boom. Now I have a sustainable fire that I can go ahead and add more debris, add smaller sticks, and go ahead and build up that fire. But I have a fire starting method that is all weather. I have actually started fires in the rain. When I was tested in this in my bushcrafting school, I was sprayed with a water sprayer a bunch while starting this fire. It wasn't a problem. So that's really basically it. I learned this from Joshua Barnes over at the Woodsrunner School in Clinton, South Carolina. I'm going to go ahead and link that website in the descriptions. But that's all I've got. So I hope you enjoy it, and have a wonderful day. Go start some fires and train. Peace.